Callbacks can feel like a win or a mystery. In this episode, our casting directors talk about what a callback actually signals, what happens in those rooms, and why callbacks sometimes don't turn into bookings. You'll also hear why being brought back, even repeatedly, is a huge win, and how to keep momentum going when the role still goes to someone else. Looking to land your next big role? Casting Networks is where more high-quality roles are booked than any other casting service. With an annual membership, you'll unlock every tool you need to stand out. Unlimited headshots and reels, submission tracking, even the chance to link your socials and showcase your personal brand. On the go, the Casting Network's iOS app makes it easy to find and submit to roles anytime, anywhere. Right now, Casting Confidential listeners get $65 off an annual membership. Just use code CONFIDENTIAL at checkout or try it free for 14 days. Head to castingnetworks.com/confidential and get ready to get noticed. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Hey, actors. Need a reader but don't have anyone around? Or maybe your friend's on the way and you want to get a head start and run it a few times on your own? Check out Raffi, the app that scans your sides, lets you pick from over 60 voices to read with, and has an optional teleprompter built right in. It works in multiple languages, and there's a web version too if you prefer using your computer. Whether you're rehearsing, memorizing, or recording a self-tape, Raffi gives you the flexibility to do it all on your own time. Try it now at raffi.app. That's RAFY.app. And check the show notes for a 10% discount code. You'll thank me later. And with that, let's jump right into today's show.
Let's go.
You got the callback. Amazing. But what does that actually mean? Today on Casting Confidential, we're decoding the callbacks, what they really signal, what happens in the room, and why a callback is a win even if you don't book the role. With me again are our three insightful casting directors who know the casting process inside and out. We have Robin Carus from New York, Cheryl Louden-Kubin from Atlanta, and Kimberly Skyrme from DC. All right, let's demystify the callback, ladies. What do you think?
So, first of all, let's talk about when you're put on hold, and that's not a callback. That's they're interested and they are holding because either they have to have a conversation with the client, etc.
Also, wait, the hold has different words in different areas of the world.
Yes.
I don't even know it. Yeah.
Well,
Go
for
ahead.
SAG, hold constitutes a booking.
Yes.
So you can pin somebody, you can first refusal somebody, but if you hold them, they're booked.
Hey.
So use that word carefully. But if you get
Yeah.
that word, that's a good word.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Robin.
Yes. Now, with the callback. So, sometimes and this is again a little tricky because we could bring you back because we want to either see how your chemistry is with someone. Sometimes that's called a chemistry read. Sometimes that callback is so we can give you even more direction with the material. And then also, what's my third? My third would probably be sometimes there's a little bit more that they want to work. Like creatives have talked and they're like, can we hear them do this way? And maybe also, can we have them read something else, which kills the actor, but we make you go through these hoops anyway. And so there's a few reasons why you may have that callback, and you sort of have to be super patient with the process.
And chances are, for the callback, you will be doing exactly what you did on the audition, maybe with some better direction, maybe with a new script. But I would always say, specifically for commercial, but even for feature, wear exactly what you wore on the first tape. to the callback. I do remember a story that somebody had a pink sweater on and we had a callback and the pink sweater did not show up. And they were like, the director was like, where's the girl with the pink sweater? And it was like, the girl was here, the pink sweater wasn't. So there was something about her overall look that they liked and wanted to see again. When they didn't see what they liked, which was the pink sweater, I guess they just, so jar their memory as best you can. Even for feature film, I say that as well. Wear exactly what you wore. And that for you, the actor, means keeping a notebook of what you wore, keeping a still shot, keep your audition so that you can look back and see exactly what you did, because sometimes it's not going to be the next week. It could be the next month and you've moved on and you've forgotten what you did. So you need to jar your memory and remember exactly what you did in that audition. It's to be able to replicate it and then add on to it.
Well, that's very important information, because the people who are watching them, us included, that you can't assume that on that one, 3-page, which is roughly 3 minutes, that someone saw of you, that they're automatically going to clock and remember your name. What will be easy for them to remember is that pink sweater you were wearing, or that you had on a plaid shirt, or whatever it was. So it's a cataloging feature that human beings have. It's not that it's anything special, but again, it goes back to, as an actor, you have to help us help you. And you're just helping the director and the producers who are hiring you to know that, oh, okay, that person I did want to see has come back. And so you're just helping somebody through the creative process. But if you get a call back, hello, win 3 cheers. It means that you have been at the front of the pack. You have done something interesting. You are an interesting storyteller. Maybe you did something totally offbeat and they want to meet that person because you were so creative and clever, but I want to see if you can fit into what my original vision was. And then maybe in that reading with you, they're going to see, no, actually your vision was far more interesting than mine. But they also need to know that you can get away from your own vision and move into there. So the callback is really important. You should feel very fortunate you got it. It's an opportunity to be in the playground with the other creatives who are making decisions. And it's really important to help assemble the cast. Again, not just the role, but we are casting shows. And so they need to know that you work in that.
I'm sorry. I did have an actor who got a callback, read for a film, got a callback, came back into the room and said, okay, what do you want me to do? And we're like, we want to see you do exactly the same thing you did. And he was like, but you already saw that. And he had like an attitude. You already saw me do that. I'm like, yes. And that's why this is a callback. We'd like to see you do it again in front of everybody with just one take. When somebody's self-taping, we have no idea how many takes they've done. But I mean, he got adamant, and he had his reel. And this was back in the day when people had like a VHS tape that was their reel. He took his reel and he threw it at us and the director.
no.
And I mean, this story will live in my mind forever. And then he just walked out. I'm the poor guy was
Well,
oblivious.
that's example about it's all in the delivery, because the right person coming in the room and saying, but you've already seen that. I've got something else for you.
Right.
It's enticing, but that attitude, not so much.
No, horrible, horrible.
Yeah, I mean, remember that,
This is an opportunity.
you're trying out for a job. At that point, don't waste your gas to come in with that kind of that feeling, that kind of an
It's not signaling creative communicator. It's saying
Right. Yeah, I mean, callback, it means so much more than just the acting. The acting is important, but also how you communicate with the creative team.
Are you going to be fun on a set? Are you going to like have that attitude on a set? Nobody wants that, And also, I have had people, specifically for commercials, but sometimes for film, where they can maybe be a little more pliable with the schedule, say, okay, they got a call back, but they're no longer available for the shoot. And I'm like, okay, well, then I will go back to my producer and say, hey, this has happened. Do you want to see them anyway? Because maybe they'll change it, maybe for something else, maybe. And sometimes it's yes and sometimes it's no. But don't like knock yourself out of the running if something changes in your life about availability. Commercials are a little more set in stone than film. Sometimes they are too, but sometimes they can work with the schedule. If they really, really love somebody, they might be able to change it around. But just, ignorance is not bliss.
And don't show up for the callback if you're not available for the shoot.
Or without telling somebody.
Yeah,
Yes.
tell us and see if we can work it out. But
Right.
don't just show up and then when you get there, say, by the way, I'm not available for those dates anymore. No. That's not the best use of anybody's time. And that's
No.
what we have here is just a lot of time going back and forth. And I know we focus a lot on it, but save yourself.
And I
Huh?
would say, yeah,
At the time, it's a creative choice. If you have not communicated that information, you come in, the director falls in love with you, and then after we have to go back and say, "Oh, so sorry."
Yeah.
And it look terrible.
Look bad on us. Yeah.
theatrically, when you have like a greater rehearsal period, you also have to be very clear, like, hey, I can't miss the first week of a 3-week rehearsal process, and so if it's a day, or sometimes if you're working on a reading of something and you're like, I'm in a show, can we work this out? That is fine, because these are all variables we can kind of maneuver around, hopefully. But the stuff that's immovable, that's a long time, no, it's hard.
And it just looks bad on us. Because, if we had that information and did not pass that on, which we
Yeah.
would not, I mean, obviously, if you're not available, you're not available. You probably shouldn't come to the callback. However, maybe we can work it out. But knowledge is power, and it just makes us look really, really horrible if we didn't know that you're not available and they absolutely loved you.
Right.
Yep. It's like when the first call comes out and you put in and there's some mix up about your schedule or something, that's kind of on the agent or on yourself that you didn't communicate that, right? But when it gets to the callback, that is entirely on us. So you are officially making us look bad. Don't forget that. So
Right.
make sure everything is buttoned up, that you're wearing the same outfit, that your schedule is good, and that you've communicated everything to us that doesn't match what is happening, or maybe we change the schedule and you can't do that. That's possible too. That
Yeah.
happens.
Yes,
And
it does.
fine. It's completely fine. Just let us know. And everything is great. And we're not going to say anything bad about you in the future. I promise. But yeah, callback is always, always good. It's always good. There's nothing wrong with that.
I do have an actor friend. He has since left acting and now a director, but when he was an actor, talked about how he gauged his success by his number of callbacks, not his number of bookings. Because there's so many people auditioning exponentially, that the numbers have to get smaller and ultimately end with one person being cast in the role. That if my average of auditions and callbacks is great, that is going to be a better indicator of my work than actually getting the roles. So I feel like it's a good metric to live by.
Right.
All right. Anybody have any more thoughts on callbacks?
Let's go get them.
Yeah, listen, just
course.
make your first
Come on,
call.
ready to play. It really is an opportunity to showcase your talent even further. So be open to bringing new choices as well as what you've done, and just being open for a session.
And even on Zoom, I feel like I'm hosting a party. I'm hosting a party. It used to be in person, and it was I would have candies and I mean, it was like I felt like I was hosting. I want you, the actor, to have a great experience at my callback.
Oh, that's sweet. That's so nice. Well,
Doesn't everybody
no
have
more candy.
Yeah, I said candy and candles.
Oh my God, candles. I'd be so worried that I'd burn the whole place down. You kids are risk takers. All right, so callbacks are good. Just make sure your first audition gets you to the callback, and it won't always happen. Obviously, most of the time it won't. But either way, just keep working. We're all doing it. All right. So remember, every callback builds a relationship. Even if it doesn't end in a booking, you're being seen, remembered, and kept in the mix. That's a win. Thanks for listening to this special bonus episode. Don't forget to follow Casting Confidential and keep putting your best work forward. Thanks, everyone. That's a wrap on today's episode of Casting Confidential. If you're loving the show, here's what you need to do. Follow us right now on your favorite podcast app so you never miss an episode. And if you're feeling inspired, take a minute to leave us a rating and review. It's the best way to help us grow and keep bringing you these behind-the-scenes stories. Join the conversation with us on Instagram at Casting Confidential and drop us your thoughts or questions. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep your craft sharp and your audition sharper. See you back here for another episode of Casting Confidential.
One of the greatest podcasts in television and film with Rosen, CSA, and all the friends. Bringing you Casting Confidential. Casting, that's essential. Casting, so eventful. Kind of tune in to close friends, chilling with Rose. We call it Casting Confidential. Get a notepad ready, grab a pen and pencil. For magic to jot down, tell a friend too. A wonderful podcast in TV and film, we call it Casting Confidential. Let's go.